Hello everyone and welcome into this Friday's edition of Weekend Preview on Football Center with Goma. It is a lovely day and it's a pleasure to have you here with us as we get ready for Matchweek 31 in the Bundesliga and as we usher in the return of Spanish football and Italian football. But first and foremost, this is what is coming up on your television screens in the Bundesliga this weekend. Now, on Friday, Hoffenheim play RB Leipzig in the game that kicks off Matchweek 31. Dusseldorf, Fortuna host Borussia Dortmund. Cologne play Union Berlin. Hertha Berlin play Eintracht Frankfurt in a hotly contested game, while Bayern Munich and Borussia Mönchengladbach go head-to-head. Bayern trekking towards an 8th consecutive Bundesliga title, while Borussia Mönchengladbach hoping to conceal their top 4 status. Now on Sunday, Mainz play Augsburg while Leverkusen visit FC Schalke. So a pretty captivating and riveting round of fixtures in the Bundesliga. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into today's video. Now first and foremost, Bayern Munich against Borussia Mönchengladbach in the biggest game of the weekend in the Bundesliga. Thomas Muller and Robert Lewandowski will be absent from this fixture for Bayern after they picked up one too many yellow cards over recent games. While for Borussia Mönchengladbach, they'll be without top striker Alassane Plie after he picked up a red card in the recent games. Now, there'll be no top strikers going to head-to-head, but it will be a battle against those between the sticks as the league's top 2 goalkeepers, Manuel Neuer and Jan Sommer, go head-to-head. Now, Manuel Neuer keeps on showing the world why he's one of the best goalkeepers in it, while Jan Sommer has been without a doubt the best goalkeeper in the Bundesliga this season. Borussia Mönchengladbach came out winners, 2-1 winners in the reverse fixture, and you would feel that Bayern Munich will have a sense of revenge heading into this fixture. They are trekking towards an 8th consecutive Bundesliga title and will want to get the job done as fast as they can with 4 games left to play. As for Borussia Mönchengladbach, they lost their previous game and now their hope for top 4 hangs in the balance. They will be hoping to get back onto winning ways as fast as they can, but as it seems, luck is not on their side as they go up against the league's top side. Now, Thomas Muller and Robert Lewandowski may be absent from this game, but that doesn't mean that Bayern Munich don't have enough artillery and quality within their squad to step up. You have the likes of Kingsley Coman, Serge Gnabry, Felipe Coutinho, all of whom can do a job. So, Borussia Mönchengladbach should not take this lightly, thinking the league's top scorer is out and the league's top assister is absent as well. Bayern Munich is still a force to be reckoned with. So that one ought to be fiery contest. Now Borussia Dortmund go up against Fortuna Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf are 3 points clear of the relegation zone. However, 4 games left, anything can still happen. That means they have to win their remaining games if they have any hope of staying in the German top flight. Now Borussia Dortmund defeated Hertha Berlin by just 1-0 last week, and there were questions that arose over their penetration, their ability to penetrate without the likes of Erling Haaland and Marco Reus. Jadon Sancho failed to follow up with his hat-trick the previous week, and there's still questions about his consistency and his ability as well. But Lucien Favre will have been motivated after it was released that Erling Haaland and Marco Reus have returned to training this past week, so they could be available for selection. In the reverse fixture, Borussia Dortmund defeated Dusseldorf by 5-0, and they'll be hoping for a similar result if they want to conceal their top 4 status as well. Now Schalke go up against Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen will be hoping to bounce back from their defeat against Bayern last week, while RB Leipzig drew last weekend and will also be hoping to get back to winning ways when they play Hoffenheim on Friday night. So an interesting fixture list in the Bundesliga. Pick whatever game you want, but I should say the one that you should keep a close eye on is Bayern Munich against Borussia Mönchengladbach. So after 3 months of no live Spanish football action, La Liga has returned. On June 11th, 2020, Project Restart was kicked off and a derby between Seville and Real Betis got the ball rolling. Sevilla comfortably won the game by 2-0, completing the double over their neighbors and claiming all bragging rights. Now, first and foremost, this is what the rest of the fixture list of Matchweek 28 looks like. Now on Friday, Granada play Getafe while Valencia host Levante. On Saturday, Espanyol play Alaves. Villarreal visit Celta Vigo while Leganés play Real Valladolid. And league leaders FC Barcelona are up against struggling Mallorca to end the day. On Sunday, Athletic Club go up against Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid play Eibar while Real Sociedad and Osasuna end Matchweek 28. So what a riveting round of fixtures in Matchweek 28 in the Spanish La Liga. We'll start off with Mallorca against FC Barcelona. FC Barcelona at 2 points at the top of the table ahead of Real Madrid, and will be hoping to kick off the restart with a win to gain momentum and go on towards winning another Spanish La Liga title. Now, Luis Suarez, who was meant to be out for a lengthy amount of time back in January, is back. He's been training and is fit for the game against Mallorca. Lionel Messi, there was a scare that he had a thigh injury and missed the whole week of training, but according to reports, he is expected to feature in that game against Mallorca. Mallorca, a 1 point away from safety in 18th, and will be hoping to get off to a winning start and perhaps go on a winning run and stay in the Spanish top flight, but that is a hard task to ask, going up against the great FC Barcelona. It will be interesting to see which one of these will come out on top. Well, I'm just saying that because I want it to look like a fair kind of game. I don't want it to look like FC Barcelona going to go on and run. I mean, it's been 3 months of no football. You never know. I know there's been talk that FC Barcelona players are looking sharp, but this is football. So that is one game to look out for. Then on Sunday, Athletic Bilbao go up against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are languishing in 6th place. They'll need to get off to a winning start if they are to hope to get back within the top 4. Now, they got an impressive victory over Liverpool, knocking them out and qualifying for the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. But they need to do the job now in La Liga. They go up against a tricky Athletic Bilbao side who are down in 10th and still have hopes of getting into a Europa League place. This game is going to be feisty. The last time they played, Atletico Madrid came out 2-0 winners with Alvaro Morata on the score sheet. Will he be able to lead Atletico Madrid to another victory against Atletico Bilbao? We'll just have to wait and see. Then Real Madrid go up against Eibar. Eden Hazard returns. Eden Hazard was out for a long period of time due to an injury, but has been training ever since lockdown restrictions were eased. And from what we hear, from what we are getting from the dressing room, is that Eden Hazard is looking as sharp as ever and is ready to turn around his fortunes in Madrid and for Real Madrid as well. So that is another riveting fixture as well. Captivating, it looks like, and enthralling to be. So there you have it. La Liga is back. Real Madrid against Eibar, Atletico Madrid against Athletic Bilbao, Mallorca against FC Barcelona, and a lot of other games as well. You can choose whatever game you want to watch, but those ones are ones that you should probably keep a close eye on. So regardless of any other situation and regardless of any other reasons, La Liga is back. Sit back and enjoy. And finally, if you thought that the return of Spanish football was the only cause of celebration this weekend, well, we've got more for you because Italian football is back as well. Now, all football in Italy was cancelled back in March due to the coronavirus pandemic, which forced everyone into lockdown mode. Now, after 3 months, Italian football has returned. Now, it is not the Serie A, as that is scheduled for June the 20th, but rather the Coppa Italia, which ushers in the return of football in Italy. Juventus take on AC Milan on Friday night before Napoli play Inter Milan on Saturday night. Now, the first legs of this competition, semi-finals, had already been played, with AC Milan and Juventus playing out a 1-0 draw, while Inter Milan were beaten by Napoli by 1-0. Now, AC Milan will be without Theo Hernandez and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, which is a huge blow to the club. However, they do have Ante Rebic, who has been in sensational form this season. Can he lead his side to a June 17th final against either Napoli or Inter Milan? For Juventus, a couple of their players had contracted the virus a few months back, but have now fully recovered. Paulo Dybala, Blaise Matuidi and Daniel Rugani are back in training after they contracted the virus a couple of months ago. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo and Mauricio Sarri will be eager to pick up their first piece of silverware this season. A win against AC Milan will propel them to a final on June the 17th and perhaps go on to win the competition and pick up some silverware before the return of Serie A on June the 20th. Now, for Napoli and Inter Milan have fallen off the pecking order in the league. They're now 9 points behind Juventus, and things seem to have just come crumbling down. However, after an impressive season, they will want something to show for it, and perhaps overturning a first leg defeat against Napoli and heading to the final and winning the competition would be a good start, and perhaps give them some new motivation to go on and challenge for the title once again. So these two semi-finals are something big, spectacular, and they ought to be captivating and enthralling. So a lot of football to look out for this weekend. We have the La Liga, Bundesliga, and the return of the Italian football as well. So you have plenty to choose from, plenty to watch, and we've missed it. That's all I have to say. I've missed football, and the return of football is just making me go crazy, and the Premier League returns on June the 17th as well. Anyways, that is where I'm gonna end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and enjoy your weekend. Sit back, pick up the remote, and choose whatever you want to watch, because football is back. Peace.